Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss about agriculture sector as a prime moving force of the economy. Okay? So at the time of independence, we chose the industry was the prime moving force. So in that time, so we focused on the industry. So because we thought the agriculture is a symbol of the backwardness. So that's why in that time, because of the domination of the political leaders thinking and the nationalist leaders, so that's why we choose industry as a prime moving force. Okay. So but in this class, we are going to discuss about there are some obvious choices for India for choosing the agriculture sector as the prime moving force of the Indian economy. Okay, so because there are some equal choices for choosing the agriculture and industry as a prime moving force. Okay, so in the previous class we just discussed about the industry as a prime moving force, and there are some backwardness because of the lack of industrialization in India. And in this class we are going to discuss about some important choices for choosing the agriculture sector. Okay, so but some people are the thinking about agriculture is a symbol of the backwardness, and it is going in the poor countries, but agriculture sector is very important for every country, and we can select the agriculture sector as a prime moving force also. Okay, so coming to the obvious choices for India for choosing the agriculture sector as the prime moving force. Okay, so here, first choice is the economy had the natural resources of the fertile land. Okay, so which was fit for cultivation. So agriculture sector is nothing but farming. Okay, so our country is fit for the cultivation. There's so many rivers were flowing in the Indian country. So that's because of the fertile land. So we can choose the agriculture sector without fear. Okay, so it is the agriculture sector is the prime moving force. Without fear we can choose, because Indian land is fit for the cultivation, and it had the natural resources, and it has the fertile land also. Okay, so that's why this is the first obvious choice for choosing the agriculture sector as the prime moving force. Okay, and the next obvious choice is human capital didn't require any kind of higher training. Okay, so there is no kind of higher training. There is no kind of the higher training means we don't need to give training for the such things, because there so many people are involved in the agriculture. So without training we can familiar with the agriculture, because before independence also we were familiar with the agriculture. Okay, so because the almost 80% above the people were based on the agriculture sector only. Okay, so because our country was not industrialized country. Okay, so even though it was industrialized country, but it was not useful for the Indians, it was used for the Britishers. Okay, so that's why here there is no kind of the higher training. Without training, without organizing some important cultivating programs, we can involve in the agriculture sector. Okay, so these two important obvious choices are very important for the Indian country to choose the agriculture sector as a prime moving force without fear. Okay, so what we need, so whenever for example we are going to select agriculture sector as the prime moving force of the economy, so just we need organizing its land ownership, irrigation means providing water to the agriculture, it means farming places, and other inputs. So there are some other inputs, it means chemicals or fertilizers. Okay, so these inputs to the agriculture, so India could have gone for better prospects of development. Okay, so not only India can get the development and the growth because of the industrialization, but we can get the growth and development because for the developing the agriculture sector also. Okay, and once there were no crisis of food, shelter, and basic health care, to the masses. So one goal of the development, that is general welfare of the people. Okay, so for example, we can develop our industries, but there is no possibility for getting the food to all. It means each and everyone wants to eat 3 times. Okay, so some people, even though they are working in the fields, but they are not able to eat food for the 3 times. Okay, especially masses, it means the poor people, they are not able to eat food. Okay, so here the main important goal is general welfare of the people. Okay, so whenever we are going to declare the agriculture sector as a prime moving force, first of all we can reach one goal, that is general welfare of the people. So this is very important for the Indians, because in that time only we got independence. So I think the wealth was drained by the Britishers, so we generally depends on the small lands. Okay, so in that time each and everyone wants to eat something for 3 times. Okay, so once masses were able to achieve the purchasing power capacity, so India could have increased the industries. Okay, yes, of course we need two sectors, primary sector and a secondary sector. It means agriculture sector and industrial sector. But first of all we have to focus on the agriculture sector. Okay, so first of all we have to fill our things. Okay, so just for the basic facilities and the food, shelter and basic health care we need to the everyone. Okay, so whenever we fulfill those things, so we can go for the industries. Okay, so here once the masses, it means the poor people, were able to achieve a level of the purchasing capacity, so we can go for the expansion of the industries. Okay, so for example, here they given example for this situation, that is China in 1949. So it did same thing. It means it declared agriculture as the prime moving force for the economy, Chinese economy. So the surplus amount from the agriculture sector they generated to the industries. Okay, so here they generated the surplus income from the agriculture was invested on the industrialization, and country went for it in 1970s. Okay, it means first of all the China government it focused on the agriculture sector. Whenever it reached to the higher point, it started to investing money from the agriculture sector to the industrial sector. Okay, so here the transformation of the investment from agriculture to the industry. So here the two sectors are very important for the Chinese government. So that's why they're maintaining two sectors as equal. Okay, so first of all they were well in the agriculture sector. Whenever they reached to the higher point, they started to investing money from the agriculture sector. It means that is surplus investment to the industrial sector. Okay, so this was the best thing for getting the growth and development in the economy. Okay, so that's why we are calling the emergence of the industrial China so was so vibrant, because it chose two sectors. So first of all it was well in the agriculture sector, and next it chose the industrial sector. Okay, so that's why we are calling that is a highly developed and industrialized economy. Especially we can call this was the industrialized economy in the world. Okay, so in the next class we will discuss about some questions raised because of the prime moving force. Okay, so because we choose industry as the prime moving force, and in 2002 we choose the agriculture sector. Okay, so there are some questions raised why we choose the industry as the prime moving force. Okay, bye.